What up? We are live on YouTube, live on Twitter, live on TikTok. Let's go live on YouTube mobile. Let's get it, man. We got a lot of work to do, like always. Talking MLB and college football today, guys. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'll be right back. Boy, let's get it. What up, guys? What up? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Let's go. Happy Friday, guys. What's going on? Hope Friday is treating you guys well. How was your Thursday, man? Did you guys survive the Eagles? What up, YouTube? What up, Twitter? Check in, man. Let me know if everything's coming through okay. Remember, guys, I do have a... Hey, go to bed. I do have my screen share. I got my screen share going on YouTube. We're going to get started in about a minute. And feel free to join me on YouTube if you want to watch my screen. Link is in bio. It's the same name, the Go Covers. What up, Cuevas? How you doing? You had the Giants straight up. You're a lucky man, man. You're a lucky man. You took him straight up. My man said, I don't even need the points. He said, I don't even need the points. You got the Tigers today. We could start there. What up, guys? What up, Bronx Kid? How you doing, brother? Good to see you back. Hit the follow button, guys. If it's your first time here, let's cook, man. We got college football and we got MLB to talk about today. We're about to get started. If you guys want to switch over to my YouTube page, feel free to switch over. That's where I'm sharing my screen. You guys can see my model. I've done so many upgrades to this model, man. So I hope it all pays off, man, this weekend. We're about to get started. We could get started with MLB. The underdog barking today. Which one? You just said Tigers 1.5. So that would be the Mariners. The Mariners are the dog. Bronx Kid, how was your Thursday, brother? Let's get it, guys. We're about to get started. Just giving everybody another few seconds to join up so we don't have to repeat ourselves too much. We are going over MLB. We got Game 5. Game 5 of the ALDS tonight between the Tigers and the Mariners. What a game. Scooball on the mound versus George Kirby. And we have two pretty decent college football games. And then we have a Fresno State game. Ooh, shoot, I need to reset this. Give me 1 moment here. YouTube, I'll be right back. And then we're about to get started, guys. Drop whatever games, what games y'all want to get started with. Y'all want to talk about college football first? Y'all want to talk about MLB? Let me know which one y'all want to start with, and we'll go that way. There we go. What up, guys? Hit the subscribe button if it's your first time here. We are cooking up. College football and MLB for today. Link is in bio if you guys want to join the YouTube page. My man Angel wants to talk about CFB, MLB. Great call on Kennesaw State, brother. I know. I was kicking myself for it. I didn't take it myself. They won like 35-7. I didn't even take that, but I did end up on East Carolina. That was the one good thing that happened for me yesterday. It was a 1-2 day for the Discord yesterday. East Carolina was the one good thing, and bro, that's the one I didn't deserve to win. East Carolina, bro, they were shooting themselves in the foot in the first half. But yeah, Kennesaw State, man, I missed that one. It's all good. My bad. It's spread. Okay, Scuba. I took the Giants but had the under. That total was weird, bro. So I like the over. I had the over in the teaser simply because it was just an over exaggeration with the total. They dropped that total down from 43 down to 40.5. All right, guys, let's get started. Looks like you guys want to talk about MLB. How about them Giants, man? I know. Let's start there. Let's start there. Yeah, I had Eagles, bro. I knew Eagles 7.5 was never the move. I was never gonna go Eagles 7.5. The Discord knows that. I had the teaser. I just need the Eagles to win. Just win the game, and over 34. Excuse me. With when you tease it down to 34.5. So that was easy, dude. We hit the total in the first half. But then just needed Eagles to win the game, and they couldn't, man. It's I had the injury news with Jalen Carter missing from the defensive line. I should have really put more emphasis on that, more weight on that. Yeah, man, Giants got it done. It was a crazy, who could have predicted that blowout, bro? It was a blowout. If you can come out here and say you predicted a 20-point win by the Giants, that'd be kind of crazy. I love the Eagles. I liked the spot for them. They were coming off of their first loss, and it was it was just the situation around it. But yeah, man, give hats off to the Giants. Hats off to the Giants. Rookie quarterback, rookie running back, no receivers. They're missing 2 out of their top 3 receivers, and they still put up 34 on the board. The rookies are looking good. Y'all, okay, I'll let you guys decide college football or MLB. Give me red for MLB. Give me blue for college football. We're gonna talk about all 4 games today. Side and total. Just let me know which one y'all want to start with. Red for MLB, blue for college football. I'm gonna let you guys run the show here, man. Red for MLB, blue for college football. What up, man? What up, Drake? I'm not Drake, brother. They call me a lot of names, but Drake has not been one of them. Red for MLB, blue for college football. Which one y'all want to get started with? I've been studying these games all day, man, so I'm expecting some good results here, guys. Tap the emoji. This thing is pretty close. Just tap red or blue. Red for MLB, blue for college football, and then we'll make our way around. This thing is close. This thing is too close. I want to call it already. This thing is a tie. College football. 5 seconds left. 5 seconds. Tie again. College tie again. God dang it. Yo, come on. It's a tie. Let's start with the 1 game for MLB, and then we'll go to the 3 games for college football, guys. That's funny, though. Let's go right into it, bro. Let's go right into it real quick. We're going to talk about college football, but there's only one MLB game, so it should be quick. Blue for the Mariners, red for the Tigers. What side are you? Bro, y'all not even waiting for me to say anything. Blue for the Mariners, red for the Tigers. What side are you on today? It is Tariq Skubal on the mound for Detroit. George Kirby's on the mound for Seattle. Man's not even waiting for me to say anything. Blue for the Mariners, red for the Tigers. Let's talk about this one real quick. Guys, this thing is split pretty 50-50. Exactly 50-50, actually, in terms of the tickets. You do have Skubal and the Tigers. They opened up minus 135 on the road. They are down to minus 128. I haven't seen recently, but it should still be in the 20s, which is interesting there. Guys, you have, of course, Skubal. Man, I don't need to say much about Skubal. He's been great. He's coming into this one hot. 9 runs given up over his last 29 innings. But he has had a weakness. He has had a weakness against Seattle. In three games this year, he is 0-3 against Seattle, including 9 runs given up over 17 innings. When he's playing in Seattle, that's 5 runs in 12 innings. So not crazy Skubal numbers when he plays Seattle this year. On the other side, George Kirby, man, he's not no scrub either. He's coming into this one just as hot. He's given up 9 runs in 26 innings for Kirby. At home, he does get hit a little bit more, but still really good. A 3.46 ERA in his last 5 games, 10 runs given up over his last 26 innings. He also struggles with Detroit a little bit, so you do have kind of similar stories here. You got Skubal and Kirby coming into this one great, but when they face each other this year, they have hit each other here. You do have Skubal does have more playoff experience. He's given up 8 runs in 33 playoff innings so far in his career. George Kirby, though, he's been just as good. He's given up not as many. He hasn't played as many innings in the playoff. 13 innings for him, but he's given up only 2 runs. Guys, this is this is kind of telling here how this is a great matchup. This is a great matchup, but naturally, you're gonna pay more for Screwball just because of the name, okay? The brand, right? The guy he's got the one name brand to him where you could say LeBron and you know exactly who we're talking about. It doesn't matter what sport. You don't have to say NBA player, right? Just like you don't have to say MLB player, Detroit Tigers pitcher. You just say Screwball and you know who we're talking about here. So you pay a premium for that here. And I think the market is kind of telling you here that they are respecting the Seattle handle that is coming in. This line is moving in favor of Seattle. I think Seattle is the better team here, overall team. And I think George Kirby can do enough to keep Seattle in this game. I think this is the Mariners here at home. Don't forget, this is in Seattle, not in Detroit where the last two games were. I think this is the Mariners here over the Tigers. Let me see what you guys said. You guys actually agree with the Mariners. I thought you guys would be on the Tigers. My man Tariq says, we got another dude named Tariq on YouTube. He says, I see a low-scoring game with the Mariners winning by 1 at the end. I wouldn't be surprised if I see extra innings. I hear you. Yep. On another note, I should have followed my original prediction with the Giants. Brother, I'm sorry, man. If I talk you off of it, I'm sorry, brother. Damn, it is what it is, man. Anyways, back to TikTok. Let me see what you guys are saying. Did you just go live? Yeah, we're just getting started. Debo says Mariners are taking it today. Okay, looks like we're on the same page there. Who else, man? Who y'all taking? Yep, I just talked about who I'm taking. Lou, we're about to get into college football. We're just doing the one MLB game, and then we're going to college football. He's doing college. Yep, thank you. Say Drake. Chill, man. What about the under 5.5? Let's talk about the total. No runs in the first 3 innings. What? Is that good money? Are you getting good odds on that? What are the odds you're getting on that? Screwball is going the distance, pitching a gem, 6-1. 6-1 Tigers. Tigers are putting up 6 runs today, is the prediction here, man. Detroit Tigers were not a good offense to end the year, right? Second half of the year, September, August, they weren't a good offense. And here in the playoffs, they're below average as well here. I got Seattle ranked right above them. But yeah, Detroit hasn't been a crazy good offense, and for them to go into Seattle and score 7 runs, that's a little much, man. Jocelyn says Cal rally to get over 1.5 HRR. I'm okay with that. I think regardless of who's on the mound, I think your best players got to deliver here. Line's moving towards Seattle. Yes, it is. For you to have a tie between innings 1 and 3 is plus 300. I kind of like the sound of that. Because then you could still get a 1-1 tie, right? I do like the sound of that. I don't hate that at all. In fact, that's gonna go right into the tie the total we're about to talk about. Let's talk about the total, guys, between the Tigers and the Mariners. Red for the over, blue for the under. What side of the total are you on? This total is set at 5.5. Red for the over, blue for the under between the Tigers and Mariners. Game 5 of the ALDS here going on at 8:08 p.m. Eastern Time. Hit the follow button, guys, if it's your first time here. Appreciate you, man. Y'all double tapping for me as well. Hit the follow button right up here. Do not miss out on these streams. We're out here cooking every single day. It don't matter. Like I said, I've been doing this way too long, guys. I'm not one of these kids on TikTok. I'm still a kid, man. I'm still young. I'm not your uncle either. I'm not unks. But I'm not one of these kids on TikTok that is here today, gone tomorrow. No, I've done this a long time, guys. So that's why I'm able to come on here and do this every single day, 7 days a week, man. 365 a year. Let's get it, guys. We're talking about the over under between Detroit and Seattle. Guys, this is a great pitching matchup. What else I got to say? I think 5.5 is surprising to a lot of people, and that's why the public is all over the over. 5.5. They haven't seen that. I don't think we haven't seen a 5.5 this whole year. So you're looking at a 5.5 here. You're used to in the regular season, this probably would be 6.5. So it's really not even that big of a difference from what a George Kirby versus Screwball matchup would be like in the regular season. But in the playoffs, it's a whole nother level. In an elimination game, it's a whole nother level. Guys, you can get just to give you perspective, you can get a game 7 in in NBAs, and the totals will be around 180, 190, 200, right? You won't see that. You won't see that in the regular season, but you do see this come playoff time. So it's such a big difference here to be in a playoff atmosphere, to be in Seattle for another reason too. You got cold weather too. You're expecting 50 degrees Fahrenheit. You're expecting, Ballpark Pal is expecting minus 15% runs expected here in a pitcher-friendly park to begin with two elite pitchers on the mound. The bullpens definitely do concern a little bit. You got Seattle's bullpen giving up a crazy amount of runs so far in the postseason. They got a 6.35 ERA. Detroit's kind of middle of the pack, but these are two pitchers that could go several innings here. They have performed kind of weak against each other's lineup so far this year. I would expect them to bring their best here. I think this total goes under between Detroit and Seattle. It's low, yes, but we could easily see a 3-1 game here, and nobody would be surprised. Who are you on for USF? We're about to talk about that. Fourth Down says, take the scoreless first inning here. Yeah, I'm not going to talk you off of it. If I like the under, then I generally like the first inning to go under as well. First half under. First inning scoreless first inning. I have to watch what I say here. Have to sugarcoat it. But I will say, guys, the first inning is the one inning that concerns me with an under. It's the only inning. After that, the game slowed down. They died down. I told you, I came on here yesterday. I know I gave you guys Brewers, but I came on here and also told you guys the under. I take the under 7 or under 6.5 yesterday. Cubs and Brewers. They pop off for three runs in the first inning, right? The under is dead. No, it's not. Not in the playoffs. That first inning is always crazy. If you can survive the first inning, the rest of the game is much easier. It's much easier. So if you're on the scoreless first inning, go for it. But if you're into putting something live and go scoreless second inning or third inning, I think that's better. Tariq says, yeah, I'm feeling the under. Extra innings. For a game to go extra innings, you got plus 610 odds. Y'all heard it here first, man. If this game is going extra innings, plus 600. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Seattle to go over 2.5 runs. I'm okay with that. I think Seattle's the right side, but naturally, I do like the under. So, if we see a 2-1 game for Seattle, I would take that. Who do you got for college football? We're about to talk about that, guys. That's the next game we're up. What do you think about taking the whole game under first 5? So would you do first 5 or a full game on this one? So Seattle's bullpen is concerning here, man. It is the second worst bullpen in the playoff out of all the playoff teams. And Detroit's kind of middle of the pack as well. I don't even know what the first 5 line is. Are they giving us a solid 3? Because I know 3.5 is impossible. Are they giving us a solid 3? 2.5 would be crazy for a first 5. If they're giving us a solid 3, I would consider first 5. Kerry owns Kirby. Individual players, man. Again, this is a team sport, brother. Kirby is just as good coming into this one in terms of the last 5 games, last 5 at home, and pretty good in the playoffs. Not as experienced, but yeah, I'm not saying Kirby and Scoobar are on the same level, but Kirby, the distance is not that far. Gleyber Torres to go over 1.5. Not sure if I'm really feeling Torres. I don't do a whole lot with props, so don't let me talk you off of it. 1 to 3 innings, no runs is not bad. Scoreless first inning is minus 200. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm good. It's a trap. Which one are you talking about? Are you talking about the side? I think you still are. People are not seeing the stage. This stage is too big for Scooball. I think not. Scooball for 9Ks. Put the house on it. People are saying the stage is too big for... so he's saying the stage is not too big for Scooball. I'm not making that argument. The guy has a lot of experience, especially in the playoffs. Last time Kirby faced the Tigers, he gave up a run in the 5th inning. No, with 8 Ks and Scooball can do him. I didn't get that. Didn't understand that, but let me know. Scooball not going over 9.5 Ks. I'm not big on the K props, guys. But if I had to take Scooball to get 9.5 Ks, this is good. I expect a low-scoring game. I expect these pitchers to stay in this game. I expect the pitchers to be the better better unit out there, right? If you want to say it that way. I would expect the pitchers to come out here and be better than the hitters today. So Tigers offense has been bad and Mariners defense is good. Tigers offense has definitely been bad for a while now. The GOAT. What's up, G-Vans? How you doing, brother? You got Brewers tomorrow? We could talk about Brewers tomorrow, brother. First 5 is 2.5 on 365. That's crazy. Yeah, no, that's too short for me, man. I'm good on that. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Scooball versus the Mariner lineups, pure cinema. Yeah, man, we're gonna have a show tonight, Friday night here, man. All right, y'all ready to talk about some college football? Last call for MLB. Tigers first 5 plus a half. You can't get Tigers plus a half if they're favored. You're not getting plus a half at a good price. I don't think a run will be scored going into the 5th. I wouldn't be surprised. This is Seattle. Seattle is a pitcher's park. The wind, the weather is helping the under. The 50-degree Fahrenheit, the cold weather is also going to help the under. I remember, guys, this is October now. This is not middle of summer when the ball was flying around the whole park. This is 2 elite pitchers, too, that have struggled against each other. I would expect them to regress back to the mean and pitch a little bit better here. I don't think a run will be scored. Jerome says he pitched against the Mariners 3 times this year. Gave up runs in all 3 games. Yep, he is. Scooball is 0-3. 0-3 against Seattle this year. Made says North Texas. We're about to talk about that game. Last call, guys. Last call. Scooball is a freaking ace. What are people talking about? The stage is too big. Yeah, I'm not saying the stage is too big. Scooball is. He is legit. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Guys, we had a rough week. In the Discord, it has been a rough week, but we're not here just for a week, man. We got to grind. We got to put in the work every single day. This is the season, guys. This season is way too short. College football, NFL, MLB playoffs. If you guys want to join up, link is in bio. I've shown you guys a crazy good heater already with NFL, with college football, and MLB this season alone. Had a rough last week, but we're gonna snap out of this and get on another one of those heaters. It was crazy. It was like what, 46-7 run, 46 out of 55 plays. Pretty good, man. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here, and then if you guys want to join the squad, link is about. Rutgers 10.5. Yeah, we're about to talk about that. Now I'm thinking the game may go over. That first 5 kind of worries me. I mean, you saw 3 runs scored in the Cubs game early in the first inning yesterday, and then they still stay under 6.5, 7. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of tricky because he gave up all the runs in 3. I don't make too much of a head-to-head historical. There's some people that go way back. If you really want to go back, Detroit in his career, he has Seattle has a .217 batting average against Scooball. That's crazy good. If you really want to go that far back. So if you really zoom out a little bit more, Seattle's lineup has been really weak against Scooball in his career. All right, let's talk about some college football, guys. Come on, let's switch gears real quick. Switch your MLB hat for a college football hat. And we're going to start with the game of the night here between South Florida and North Texas. South Florida, North Texas. Let's put up a poll for this one. Wait for me to tell you which one we're talking about here. Red for South Florida, blue for North Texas. What side are you on today? USF, red. UNT in blue. So take a sip of the my Sprite Zero here, man. Sprite Zero. Get yours today. I was doing a Pepsi commercial yesterday. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join on YouTube, I'm sharing my screen. You guys can see my college football model. I am doing upgrades to this every single day, man. Red for South Florida, blue for North Texas. Let's get it, guys. We are talking about unranked North Texas playing number 24 USF. But you have a North Texas team here that is favored at home. They are favored by 2.5 at home against South Florida. Again, number 24 ranked. Guys, with this one, I gotta start with the strength of schedule. I just made a video about this. North Texas hasn't played anybody, okay? And if somebody's told you differently, they lied. Because they've had South Alabama on their schedule. They've had Western Michigan on their schedule. They've had Army, right? And this is a different Army team this year. They haven't been tested. Meanwhile, South Florida really has been tested. In fact, they went into the swamp, Gainesville, Florida, and beat the Florida Gators on their turf, right? They beat a Boise State team that everybody was high on in the opening week of the season as well. South Florida has definitely been tested here. Strength of schedule is something you really have to keep in mind, because if the strength of schedule is off the way it is right in this game, the numbers really have to be like North Texas numbers should be all green on offense and all green on defense, but it's not. Let's talk about the matchup here on paper. In terms of run versus pass, both of these teams are pretty well balanced here, and you really do have on offense really no edge with either one of these offenses. They're both really good in many categories. I will give a shout out here to North Texas. They are marching down the field and getting touchdowns. They've converted 30 of 31 red zone attempts into touchdowns, 97%. USF hasn't had that many opportunities. They're kind of more reliant on the big plays, but they have converted 14 of 15 red zone attempts into touchdowns. That's 93%. So on offense, guys, pretty even here, with maybe a slight edge there for North Texas in the red zone. They just get to the red zone more often and convert. But USF does get those touchdowns as well. Guys, the same could be said on the defense here. On the defense, you really don't have a glaring weakness for either one of these teams. Again, USF, they are allowing a little bit some more red zone attempts on them and red zone touchdowns, but still 60% red zone efficiency for opponents facing USF. But again, circle back to who they've played. They've been tested by Miami. They played Boise. They played the Gators in Florida. Guys, this is not apples to apples. These numbers should be totally different if it's given the schedule that they've played. And the last point I'm going to make on this, guys, is I've made several videos and I've taught you guys about how the bye weeks work, right? Some bye weeks can help you, some bye weeks can hurt you. You have a North Texas team that had won their first 5 games of the season, right? Nobody saw this coming. They were kind of expected to be one of these mid-level teams, mid-tier teams in the AAC, but they won their first 5 games of the season. Again, questionable competition, but they are rolling. They are rolling. And then they have their bye week, okay? And now they're coming off their bye week after having won 5 games, and then you just suddenly stop playing, right? You take a break. Guys, I think that could serve as a little bit of as a momentum stopper. I think it can kind of stop momentum a little. Oh, sorry. I think it could stop momentum here. I don't think that bye week helps them at all. I don't think you can come out of that bye week any better than you were going into it. Guys, all of that to say, I think that's where my thoughts are at this point of the day. I think USF is the right side here. Better team, been tested. And yeah, it's just a team that I trust more at this point. Let me see what you guys are saying on this one. You guys are leaning North Texas, not crazy amount, but yeah, it looks like you guys are on North Texas. And I get it, guys. I get it. North Texas, you usually do take the unranked team again that's favored against a ranked team. That usually does work in your favor. But I think this could be one exception to the rule here. This is just the way I'm feeling right now. I'm just kind of airing out my thoughts. Let me see what you guys are saying. The over is the way to go. We could talk about it. I don't understand why USF is getting plus money. They're winning this game. They are getting plus money. They are getting plus 2.5. Guys, you could also argue that earlier in the week, USF was sitting at minus 1.5. They were sitting at minus 1.5. This thing has moved all the way to plus 2.5. So this thing has moved a whole 4 points. I'm not going to call it an over-exaggeration, but that's a lot of movement right there too. And I've proved to you guys that if you chase steam, you're going to get burnt. North Texas, has been steamed a little bit here. So yeah, in terms of market moves, I think this could hurt North Texas here. What about the injuries? I don't have any injuries in this game, brother. These teams are pretty healthy coming into this. I really went player for player when I was looking at this one earlier. USF is hurt. No, they're not. Who's hurt? If I missed somebody, let me know. But I went player for player and checked who's questionable and who's playing in this one. USF was favored this morning. I don't know about this morning, but earlier this week, yes, USF was favored. USF had too many turnovers last week. They were playing Charlotte. They still covered the spread, man. They still covered the spread. That was a 27.5 point spread. That is just taking care of business against an inferior opponent. You guys keep talking about the injuries. Let me know what who specifically. But yes, I really went player for player and checked all these injuries. I didn't see anything to be mindful of. Boise isn't good at this point of the season. Yes, it doesn't look like a huge win, but it is still Boise State, who is coming off of a huge win, a huge winning season a year ago. Of course, at that point of the season, we didn't know how much Ashton Jensen was going to be missing. But Boise State is still ranked 50th in the country in terms of power rankings here. So Boise's not terrible. I think more emphasis on Miami. Yes, they lost to Miami, got crushed a little bit. But going into Florida and beating the Gators in the swamp, right? You just saw Texas get manhandled in the swamp. And then their head coach comes out here and kind of makes excuses, right? For, hey, we went into the swamp. What do you want? This same team, the same South Florida team, went into the swamp and took care of business as well. Do you know the public, what the public is on? Yes, I have 61% on South Florida. That was the earlier read this morning. I got to get an updated read on this. But that is what I'm seeing right now. I also wait for another source that I use for the numbers. The number of money compared to the number of bets, USF is off. So I'm going with North Texas. I'm not talking you off of North Texas. Again, when you do have an unranked team that's favored, that usually is the way to go. But I think strength of schedule here, guys. I got this thing as USF has played the 32nd hardest schedule so far this year. North Texas 102. 32 to 102. That is a pretty huge difference here, guys. And again, I wouldn't have a problem with North Texas, with taking North Texas here, but I would expect these numbers to be even better, given the fact that they played, South Alabama and Western Michigan. USF has 2 questionable running backs and 1 questionable receiver. I saw the running back that you're referring to. He's not even on the depth chart going into tonight's game. But I'll give it another look for sure. Dímelo mi pana, what's up, Rodrigo? Hey, Rodrigo, how you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. North Texas in the first half. I don't cut football games into halves, especially not the first half. I sometimes consider a second half play. Generally speaking, if you like North Texas, just let the script ride out, man. Let the script ride out, in my opinion. They didn't dominate Florida. They dominated the scoreboard, but Florida is a team that shoots themselves in the foot. But you can say things about DJ Lagway. You can't say things about that defense. That Florida defense is special, especially in the swamp. Look at what that defense did to LSU, bro. LSU, DJ Lagway threw that game away. DJ Lagway, quarterback for Florida, tried to throw that game away, and the defense kept him in it. All right, guys, let's talk about the over/under real quick. We're gonna fly through these real quick, guys. Give me red for the over, give me blue for the under between USF and North Texas. Again, guys, I kind of like to play devil's advocate, especially when everybody's kind of seeing it one-sided. So a lot of my videos, I'm kind of just airing my thoughts out and just playing devil's advocate as well. If you want to see what I'm on, link is in bio. But this is what I'm feeling right now. Red for the over, blue for the under between USF and North Texas. This is a total that's been climbing. It's up to 66.5 between two teams that you're just expecting a whole lot of offense from. let's take a look at this one real quick. So between the over and under here, you do have a North Texas offense that so far this season, again, against questionable competition, but North Texas offense has been overachieving. Their offensive success rate, they rank 16th in terms of offensive success rate, 34th in terms of OFEI, the efficiency. Both of these offenses are stellar. When they get in the red zone, they score touchdowns. Both of these defenses are the weaker units here. Both of these defenses are going to be the weaker units compared to the two offenses. And these guys go at a super fast pace. USF moves at the 3rd fastest pace in the country. North Texas moves at the 19th fastest pace in the country. In fact, USF goes so fast that they have the worst time of possession in the country. That's crazy. Given USF, you would think a team that has the worst time of possession would be a team that's not good on offense. No, USF is so good on offense, but they move so fast that they don't hold on to the ball too much in terms of clock. Okay, same could be said for North Texas. They rank 108 in terms of time of possession so far. So these teams move fast. There's no reason to look at an under here. But you guys know me. I got to look at an under here, especially when everybody's going left. I got to consider going right. And simply here, guys, this market movement is way too much. This thing has been steamed up from 62.5 to 66.5. This thing is 66 is a lot. It's a lot of touchdowns, man. How many touchdowns do you need with 66? I don't even consider unders when you have this many. When you need 9 touchdowns in the game. I can see some drives stalling out, guys, between two of the top teams in the AAC right now. I can see some drives stalling out. If you just get a couple field goals that you think would be touchdowns, that you would expect for touchdowns, this thing's not going over 66.5. I think the under is the right side here between North Texas and USF. Jiggy says, yep, I'm on the under as well. Dustin says, take the over. This is a big number, guys. This is a big number. You need 9 touchdowns. Sonny says, I'm fading you. Sounds good, brother. Good luck, man. Again, this is not me versus you, brother. I'm out here just trying to share information. Just trying to share information and make everybody a little bit better, man. If you think this is against me versus you, then you're not welcome around here, brother. Who has more defense? Between the two, on paper, South Florida's defense looks a little better. North Texas has a weakness against the run, okay? North Texas has a weakness against the run. They're giving up 42, almost 43% success rate to their opponent's running game so far. USF doesn't really depend on their running game. Their passing game is a little better there with Byron Brown, but Byron Brown is effective on the ground as well, so that could be a little scary there. But of the two, yes, I would say USF's defense is a little better. That defense is stellar. Do you think Texas game goes over 67? Again, am I going to go to the window and take an under between these two teams that play all offense and no defense? No. But what I'm saying is, in terms of market movement, if you learn to read lines, you can almost cap pretty much any game. And 62 to 66 is an overreaction in my opinion. And again, when everybody's going left, man, you got to consider going right. North Texas on top, should be a shootout. At 66, we're still expecting a shootout, but you could have a shootout that still ends up low scoring, right? You could have this thing 34 to 30, and it still goes under. No need to get worked up. Not getting worked up, bro. I got the under 67. Go for it, brother. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Is it 68? Yeah, that's steam. That's steam, bro. If you chase steam, you get burnt. Who else teaches you guys this market movement? The same steam movement was the same one that same reason I had no concerns really taking the Giants and Eagles over in the teaser. I took that as part of my teaser leg. I got that thing down to 34. Same thing. That thing had been steamed down from 43.5 down to 40.5. There's just too much movement. So you're saying taking the under. Between the two, if you put a gun to my head, yes, I'm taking the under. Especially if this thing is a 68, brother. No, North Texas has only played bottom offenses. Exactly. Exactly. That was my that was one of my leading points here. All right, guys, we got to get moving. Let's talk about the next big game here between Rutgers and Washington. Another good one here, man, between Rutgers and Washington. Give me red for Rutgers, blue for Washington. Red for Rutgers, blue for Washington. We're talking about the side, okay? This number is 10.5 in favor of Washington at home. Washington's favored at home by 10.5. Red for Rutgers, blue for Washington. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. I appreciate some double taps if y'all don't mind as well. Link is in bio, guys, if you guys want to join the squad. Again, it's been a rough week. It's been a little bit of a rough stretch, but that doesn't take away from the success we've had all football season, guys. We're at week 7 of this point of the college football week of the college football schedule. Week 6 of the NFL week. We've had a run in every single heater in every single sport at this point. We're gonna right the ship, man. If you guys want to get in this, join the squad now. Link is in bio. Join before we go on another, 47 out of 55 run. I am totally fine with putting another run of those together. Let's talk about the Rutgers versus Washington game here going on at 9 p.m. Eastern time. This line opened up Washington -10. Last time I checked, I had this thing at 10.5. So this thing is moving in favor of Washington. The public is on Washington. 67% of the public is on Washington, okay? So this one, I'm not going to put an emphasis here on strength of schedule because both of these teams have played a competitive schedule so far. So we can look at the numbers and kind of take them for what they are, really. In terms of run frequency, both of these teams do a pretty good job at sticking with the run. They both rank 37th in the country, tied for 37th in the country in terms of run frequency. Who does it better? That would be Washington. Washington runs the ball really well. They're averaging 5.9 yards per carry, a 48% success rate. Again, guys, if you guys are not familiar with success rate, that means on every running down, you are getting the yards to have a successful down. So you're getting 4 yards on first down, another 4 yards on second down, and you're getting on third down, you're getting on fourth down, you're getting the yards that you need. So those are on the running downs. And so Washington runs the ball pretty well. And then look at this defense. Look at this defense for Rutgers. They are not good at stopping the run. In fact, they're pretty bad. 5.38 yards per carry on the ground, a 43% success rate on defense. That's pretty bad. And then through the air, they're leaking even more. They're leaking pretty badly with the Rutgers passing game. Again, guys, things were kind of peaches and cream when they were playing a lot of MAC teams earlier in the season. Now they got into some conference play. They've been playing Minnesota. They've been playing Iowa. And this defense is just getting carved up just week after week. I mentioned earlier that Rutgers wants to run the ball. Well, okay, that's cool and all. You're okay at it. You're okay at it. But that's Washington's strength. That's exactly what they do best. They stop the run right up the middle. So you have two offenses where the slight edge goes to Washington, but the defense here, it's not even close. Rutgers defense is awful, one of the worst. One of the worst when compared to other Big Ten schools and power conferences. Washington pretty good, and guys, they're getting even better. Washington is at a point where they're healthier than they've ever been before. They are getting their top D tackle back from injury. They're getting their top cornerback back, and they're getting their top linebacker back from injury. And that linebacker, he's actually the top recruit for this Washington program. He hasn't played a single snap this year, and he is expected to make his debut today for the Huskies. When looking at the side here, guys, I gotta say Washington is the right side here. I just think, despite these two teams playing in the same conference here, Big Ten, it's not even close here between the defenses. I think Washington could play really good. We've also seen Rutgers, who plays in New Jersey. We've seen a lot of these East Coast teams go to the West Coast and vice versa and struggle. Washington actually just was in that spot a week ago when they were traveling to Maryland, and they struggled in that game. I think we can see the same here with Rutgers, guys. I think the right side is Washington. Washington game going over. We could talk about it. Washington over rushing yards for the game. We could talk. Let's see. I mean, Washington over rushing yards. Yeah, I told you they run the ball. They stick to the run. They do it well. and that is Rutgers. That is one of the weaknesses on their pass defense is actually worse than the run defense. But yeah, Washington should get what they want on the ground. Debo says Washington 10.5. Book it. I think you're on the right side there, man. Did you talk about North Texas? Yes, I did. I said I'm feeling, in terms of the side, I'm feeling South Florida. In terms of the total, I'm feeling the under in that game. Washington running all over them. Yeah, I think we're on the same page there, man. Under in the Rutgers game, we can talk about that. Let's get it. You're welcome, guys. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. Official Pepsi Cola. Give me a sponsor, man. I was out here drinking Pepsi as my choice of drink yesterday. I got Sprite today, though. Let's get it, man. Hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Jiggy says take Washington. Sounds good. Sounds good to me. I just would be so uncomfortable with this Rutgers defense. It is bad. Those of you guys that are watching my screen on YouTube, look how red this defense is for Rutgers. Rutgers defense is in the same category right now with Middle Tennessee, Missouri State, Virginia Tech, Washington State. These are bad defenses across the country. That is what Rutgers numbers look like so far. Of course, they've played tougher competition than some of those schools. But still, one more point, guys, also, right, that I made. So about going cross country, you usually see these teams, especially in the Big Ten. We've seen it all the time. The Big Ten is scattered around. We've seen a lot of these cross country teams be sluggish, right? We just saw it with Washington. Washington was just in Maryland, where Washington needed 21 points in the fourth quarter to come back and beat Maryland. So they won that game on the road in Maryland, and didn't cover, but they came back and won. I take that as that could be like a wake-up call, right? That could be a wake-up call. You got a real scare right there. You had a good chance of losing that game outright to a team that you should beat. I think that's a scare, and I think you come back and you're focused. You're laser focused in your following week. That's the way I see that situation playing out. Meanwhile, Rutgers was just in Minnesota. They covered the number. They made it competitive, but they lost that game. But that was 2 weeks ago. They're coming off their bye week. Okay, so here's kind of where I pump the brakes a little bit. I just told you guys how the bye week could affect North Texas, right? They're rolling into the bye week. Rutgers was not rolling into the bye week. In fact, the opposite. They were rolling to start the season. They were 3-0 to start the season, and then they went 0-2. Somebody in the Discord told me, yo, Rutgers always starts 3-0. Watch, from here it's downhill. Well, it has been downhill. They won their first 3 games against some MAC teams, and then they came back and lost to Iowa, lost to Minnesota, and now they're 3-2. So they were not rolling into their bye week. So usually the bye week does help that kind of team. The bye week does help a team that wasn't firing on all cylinders going into the bye week. Okay, and then to top it off, guys. So the travel spot where you're going cross country, you had 2 weeks off, right? So for all we know, they could have landed in Washington early and got used to the time change and everything. So that can kind of take away the advantage there that was there for Washington. But just thought I would mention that. Are you banking on the bye week method? So so it's funny. I think I just mentioned that as you were typing that. Rutgers coming off of the bye week. The bye week does help them, right? Because they were not rolling into the bye week. You take 2 weeks to focus, and that kind of does neutralize the travel perspective that we talked about as well. I think the bye week does help Rutgers there. So I don't think it's a slam dunk either. That game is a trap. Rutgers is covering the number tonight. Yep. I'm not talking you off of it, but I think I'm still leaning Washington there, man. Doesn't neutralize how bad the defense, bro. Bad. They're in the conversations with Missouri State and Middle Tennessee, man. They're in conversations with the Wednesday night football games, man, here on a Friday night. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. I hope you guys appreciate these streams. I'm out here cooking every single day, man. Ross says, I'm thinking the over 67 in the North Texas game. I think it could fall a little bit short, man. That's a big one there. Tariq on YouTube says Washington wins over Rutgers. Yeah, to win the game, I think they win the game. Yeah. Let's keep it going, guys. Washington cover, G-Man. Yeah, I think, yes, I'm feeling Washington to cover that game. Let's talk about the total real quick, guys. We're not going to spend too much time on it. Give me, so Rutgers and Washington. Give me red for the over, blue for the under between Washington and Rutgers. This total is set at 61.5. Are we going to see fireworks tonight or are we not? Give me red for the over, blue for the under between Rutgers and Washington here. Hit the follow button, guys, if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. If the link doesn't work for you, press and hold the link and then open in browser. That'll work for you every time. Let's get it, guys. Let's talk about this one real quick, guys. You do have, like I mentioned, a Rutgers defense that is bad. Bad. And then to top it off, they have a defensive tackle. He's on IR now. I did say the Washington defense is getting some pieces back, but Rutgers' offense has been a little bit special here, man. Kaliak Madness, or however you say his name, Ethan Kaliak Madness has been pretty good. He ranks 27th in terms of passer rating so far. Williams Jr. for Washington, he ranks number 15th in terms. So you got offenses, you got quarterbacks that could make plays, and I would expect them to make plays. It's just when it comes down to it, I would expect Washington to get a few more stops than Rutgers. But still, I would expect these offenses to put on a show today. I think this is a game that you do get the fireworks on. I would take Rutgers and Washington to go over if I was looking at the total in this game. What do you guys think about that? North Texas almost lost to Army and Western Michigan. Yeah, they went to overtime with Western Michigan, I believe. Crazy. USF for the win. We talked about that game. I am feeling USF. Again, guys, just kind of airing my thoughts out here a little bit, man. Just this is how I'm feeling at this point in the afternoon. B says, "Give me South Florida. The whole world is on North Texas." I'm gonna update the numbers too. That's another thing I gotta do when I get off of here. I gotta update the numbers and see how public North Texas is. Do you like Seattle or Detroit tonight? You're talking MLB. I said I'm feeling Seattle tonight in that game. Rutgers' first half has been money. Yeah, usually when you got a big dog, cutting them down to the first half could be good, man. David says take the over in MLB. That line is small. 5.5 is a small number, but I could still see a 3-1 game, and I wouldn't be surprised. I am leaning the under in that game, brother. Obviously, guys, I'm not going to have plays on all these games. If you want my top plays, go to my link in bio and join the Discord. Again, guys, don't join when we're smoking hot. Take me after a bad week. I've had a tough week, okay? Ball's wasn't bouncing my way. But here we are Friday afternoon, man, on the eve of a crazy good college football week. Y'all seen the schedule for tomorrow? These games are crazy. If you guys want to join the squad, link is in bio, man. We talked about it last week, but tomorrow is Oklahoma versus Texas, the Red River rivalry. Say that fast 5 times in a row. Red River rivalry. Red River shootout, man. What a game there. You got Georgia, Auburn, South Carolina, LSU. You got some good games on the board tomorrow. Indiana, Oregon, Ohio State, Illinois. It's bro. If y'all haven't seen the schedule, this is probably the best week so far. We had one where I called it the best week at that point. I think it was week 5. But this week is definitely a good week in terms of the schedule. Wilmer, come on, bro. I know you're not talking to me. User says take the Tigers. I'm feeling the Mariners there, brother. USF in the first half. North Texas comes out flat after the bye week. I kind of like the idea, B, that not necessarily comes out flat after the bye week. I mean, yes, but bro, you won 5 games. You won your first 5 games when nobody expected you. Even though you played some weak competition, you won your first 5 games. You are rolling going into the bye week. So yeah, coming out flat could be a good way to describe it, because not only are you sitting there on your bye week after having all that momentum, and then you just take a break, right? You're in Cancun or you're chilling or something, Everybody's patting you on the back, telling you how good you are, how great your season has been. You're not focused. You're not in the lab. You're not working. You're not putting in the grind, right? Like you should. I think that's how the bye week can affect North Texas today, brother. If you guys appreciate that kind of intake, man, it takes years. It takes years to learn this. If it works out today, great. If it doesn't, I'm telling you, I'm teaching you things that can serve you long term, guys. Long term, okay? Long term, yes, you do take you do take an unranked team like North Texas who's favored at home. Yes, that is a good point there. Then the other point about how the bye weeks treat everybody, guys, that's something that a lot of people are not out here teaching. If you guys appreciate that, hit the follow button. I'm over here trying to dodge the sunlight. Let's go to the last game, guys. I think South Florida is being disrespected here by the market. Yeah, man, it does feel like that. Iowa has better defense than Washington, and Rutgers put 28. That was at home. That was at home in Jersey. But that game, that total was 46.5. I still remember that, bro. On a Friday night. It's like 3 weeks ago, right? Why do I still remember that? Anyways, nobody expected that game to be high scoring. That was just kind of your Friday night shootout, man. Brewers got us yesterday, bro. I know. They didn't even show up. They just came out there and played like, we got game 5. We good. It's all good, man. We get it back. I also came on here and gave you guys the under yesterday. I didn't put it on my official play, so it doesn't count, I guess. But I did also give you guys the under in the Brewers and Cubs game. So hope some of you guys took that, or at least stayed off the over. Oscar says, take Central Florida, UCF. Brother, UCF is not playing today. It's South Florida. I know what you meant, though. USF. KB says South Florida straight up to win. Go for it, brother. Go for it. The line is 2.5. Maybe we could get a whole field goal. How much is +3? Has someone go check how much is a +3? Interesting. In the meantime, guys, let's go to the game of the night. I'm just kidding. The game of the night between Fresno State and Colorado State, man. Who's been waiting for this one? Let me know. Give me red for Fresno State, blue for Colorado State. What side of the spread are you on? I try not to say that word. What side of the game are you on? Are you on Fresno State with the points? Are you on Colorado State with the points? Sorry. Fresno State is laying the points. Colorado State is getting the points. So what side are you on? This line is 6.5 in favor of Fresno State. Red for Fresno, blue for Colorado. Let me close these blinds real quick, and I'll be right back. Hit the follow button, guys. If it's your first time here, hit the follow button. If you're all watching me on YouTube, give me a subscription as well, man. Hit the subscribe button and give me a thumbs up as well before you leave. We're out here cooking, man. Y'all see how much work I put in every single day. I hope y'all do at least. I share my screen with you. I give you all the trends I've learned, bro. I'm gatekeeping nothing. I hope you guys appreciate it. Hit the follow button if you do. If it works out today, great. I just know long term. This is what I've been learning over the years, man. I ain't that old, but they call me uncle for a reason, man. Kidding. Don't call me that. Anyways. We are talking about Fresno State versus Colorado State, the side here. Okay, guys. So this line is 6.5. It has stayed 6.5 all week. This total, in terms of public tickets here, this thing is even. This thing is 50-50, okay? This is two teams here that have played a similar strength of schedule. So you could take the numbers for what it is. In terms of run frequency, both of these teams are pretty balanced. Neither one of them really runs or passes more than the other. So who can we really trust here? In terms of offense, you do have a better passing game with Fresno State. But you do have a better running game with Colorado State. So how can that work to your favor? You have Colorado State who can run the ball. Fresno State, that's the one strength of their defense, okay? That's exactly what they do best. They stop the run. In fact, they do it pretty well. Fresno State, they want to pass the ball. That is precisely the weakness of the Colorado State defense. They're giving up 8.0 yards per attempt. Every time a quarterback drops back on them, they're giving up 8 yards a throw, an attempt. So that's pretty weak there, guys. This is a Colorado State team. I was just just on them a week ago. They were so frustrating to watch. They don't know who their quarterback is. They both suck, honestly. They got Jackson Broseo or whatever, and then they have Fowler Nicolosi. They both suck, honestly. There's question marks about who's going to play. This kid, E.J. Warner, going for Fresno State, he's actually been pretty good. He transferred from Rice. He's completing 73% of his passes. He's ranked 62 in the country. He's the offense that I can trust. He's leading the offense that I could trust a little bit more here. Red zone stuff, it's not even close. Colorado State is not even threatening at getting in the red zone. Fresno State does a good job of getting to the red zone and converting touchdowns on top of that. So they have a better red zone efficiency as well here. You got Colorado State. If you guys are interested in taking Colorado State, just know they are 3-5 against the number as a dog since 2024. Guys, this one is ugly, but if I had to take, I think Fresno State laying the points, laying the touchdown here is the way to go. You just have a team that's more competitive and built better and not as broken as Colorado State is, man. KB says Florida State, South Florida. Yes, I think South Florida is the right side. I knew Boyd would come through yesterday. Which Boyd? Matthew Boyd? Matthew Boyd for the Cubs. I like the under. I came on here and told you guys I like the under. I like the Brewers as well, but I ended up on the Brewers. King Vegas says take Washington 9.5. I'll let Dom. I'll let Slater know you're going head to head with him. But yeah, we just got done talking about that game, and I think Washington with the points is the right way to go. Hold up, let me prove that I'm not a robot real quick. Nathan says thoughts on the Tigers and Mariners. We talked about that game. I think the right side is the Mariners. I think the right side of the total is the under. Me and you on the same wavelength, brother. I hope it pays off, man. I hope it pays off. I'm driving, but I'm listening. Sounds good, Yay. Thanks for tuning in, man. My man Yay said he's the one that said, bro, what? I haven't seen you in a long time. The algorithm hasn't been putting your content. You gotta hit the follow button, guys. First of all, so otherwise you're not gonna get the content. You have you're depending on the algorithm. And then on top of that, there's a little bell icon on my profile. Consider hitting the bell icon. That way you get a notification when I'm live. I'm not. These days, I'm not scheduled to go live at a certain time. I just go live when I'm ready at this point, when I have enough information. So consider hitting the bell icon so you can know when I'm live as well. I took the Cubs yesterday. Congrats, brother. I'm glad that worked out for you. What do you think about the over in WNBA? I'm not a WNBA guy, but if you're in the Discord, tag my man Lala, my man Lamb Chops. He's pretty good at WNBA. In fact, he's already dropped a lock in that game tonight for y'all. That's in the jungle, by the way. B-Rex, over 47.5 in the Fresno State and Colorado State game. Real quick, guys, let me just give you a quick take on that. These defenses are bad, especially Colorado State's defense. This line has moved so much. This thing has moved from 51.5 down to 47.5. This is one of those steam movements that I told you guys, be careful with the steam. I think the right side of the total is the over, yes. Guys, hit the follow button if it's your first time here. If you guys want to join the Discord, link is in bio. Last call, guys, last call. At this point, we've pretty much gone over every single game. We've gone over every single game at this point. Any last minute questions? Why South Florida? So I'm leaning South Florida at this point. It's not a definitive thing yet at this point, but just airing out my thoughts here. Yes, the argument with North Texas is that you take the ranked team against the unranked team. You take the unranked team that's favored against the unranked team. So you have USF that's favored. They are ranked 24th in the country. But North Texas is favored here, right? So that's like, why are they giving you points? Why are they giving you plus money with USF? And usually you are right here to take North Texas. I'm not going to talk anybody off of taking North Texas. But something's got to be said about this strength of schedule. It is night and day. USF has been tested. North Texas has not been tested, okay? I'm not going to go through the whole list again, but North Texas has not been tested. USF has really. They've gone through the gauntlet, really. For an AAC team, they've gone through it, okay? And then on top of that, you have the bye week. And how the bye week can come out here and affect North Texas is that they won their first 5 games. They're 5-0 on the season. They have all this momentum, and then they get their bye week, right? Last week was their bye week. They didn't play a game. They had all this time off. They're celebrating. They're feeling good. They're going 5-0. Everybody's telling them how good they are. They're not focused. You're not locked in. It's not like going into the bye week on a bad note like Rutgers is, for example. But that's how the bye week can go against you as well. So that's just my thoughts. Again, guys, I like to come on here and play devil's advocate because a lot of people just see it one way. North Texas is a popular play. And yes, at the end of the day, the majority of, right, amongst us, maybe you guys are, I got a little sharp community here. And we're taking the unranked team against the ranked team that's favored, and that is the right move usually. But generally speaking, the majority of the public will take the plus money, right, with USF. So at the end of the day, I'm not going to talk anybody off of either side. I think it's clearly going to be looks like a tight game, 2.5 point spread. This thing was 1 the whole week. This thing was set at 1. But at the moment, that's the way I'm feeling, man. Not all favorites win every day. That's true. In fact, look at NFL, bro. Like literally, all the dogs are winning outright. It doesn't matter if you're 7 or 8 point dogs. They've been winning outright, man. Charles, Discord, it's link in bio, man. Link in bio. Good explanation. Thank you, brother. I'm out here just, again, it might work today. Cool. If it doesn't, cool. No worries, guys. This is just long term. I'm just trying to teach you guys what I've learned over the years, man. Great call in Kennesaw State, man. Outright. Yeah, it wasn't even close. I wish I was on it. I came on here and told you guys that quarterback is pretty special for Kennesaw State. And they were just rolling. They won their last 3 games. They're really good at home. Didn't end up on it, but it's all good, man. Let's get some of those W's back on the scoreboard today. That's all I'm focused on. I've talked about every single side and every single total at this point. Don't try to guess what my plays are. I hope maybe that just helps you with whatever you guys were already planning to do. But if you want my top plays, link is in bio to join the squad. Get a month. It's $70. It includes 4 weeks of NFL, 4 weeks of NFL, 4 weeks of college football, 4 weeks of MLB, man. You guys see me out here working every single day, grinding every single day. Hope you guys appreciate it, man. Link is in bio if you guys want to join the squad. Ray said, just join, brother. We are heading out of here, man. Fresno under. I think that one, these defenses suck, man. I think I would look at the over in that game. Something does got to be said about the pace. Fresno State goes at a super slow pace. Colorado State goes at a super fast pace. So it's kind of, give and take a little bit there. You do have two different teams that are totally different in the way they move. But if I had to pick, probably over. All right, guys. Charles, link is in bio to join the Discord. That should work. Ye says, I like the narrative. Sounds good, man. Appreciate it. All right, guys. I hope you have a great day. Remember, guys, the point of this is not to talk anybody off of a certain side. The point of this is just to air the thoughts out a little bit, man. I could be sitting in the lab here and just looking at the cap and looking at the numbers and just keeping it to myself. I'd rather come on here and just, air it all out and get some good information from you guys and also give you guys some good information. Anyways, guys, that's where we're at this point. In the Discord, plays will be dropping in the next, what time did I announce it? In less than an hour. Plays will be dropping in less than an hour. I'm going to go gather my thoughts and get ready for a good day, man. Let's get it, guys. Yesterday was not our day. 1 and 2 in the Discord, including a 2-unit loss on the teaser, NFL teaser. Just needed the Eagles to win. Didn't need them to cover by 7.5. Didn't need that. Just needed a straight up win. Didn't happen. Tonight, let's bounce back. Let's get it, guys. This is not for the weak, man. If you're too weak to take some L's, this ain't for you. If you guys want to join the squad, again, link is in bio. Hit the follow button if it's your first time. I'll catch you guys in the next one. What's my WNBA pick? I'll give you Lamb Chops pick, man. Come back and thank Lamb Chops when you see Mercury +2 hit tonight. Check out Mercury tonight. That's my WNBA guy in the Discord. He's holding down the jungle. I'll catch you guys next time, guys. Link is about to join up. Peace.